All right, guys, we're doing them all. We're doing them all. We've looked at the Trump supporters that believed the election was stolen. We've looked at the January 6th stuff. We've looked at the top 10 moments. Now we can go back and we look at the anti-vax, because this one means something a little bit, because I work in a world that brings us together. That when I watched this happen, where the left and the right kind of met in the back ends of the extreme and became this strange MAGA cult that's going on, and so the anti-vax thing is one of those things that I really think brought these two people together. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a scientist. I don't know. I actually did a lot of research into the vaccine myself before I took it. That was my choice to do so. But I understand why people are scared of the unknown. It's called the fear of the other. And I get it. Like, not knowing is scary as hell. And you know what? Like, putting stuff in your body that, like, somebody's just going to tell you is good for you, also scary as hell. I chose to do it because I did my research. I chose to do it first so my family could see that it was acceptable and that it was safe. That's where I got. But the craziness of the anti-vax crowd and the conservative crowd come together, it was so insane to watch. So let's watch Jordan Klepper talk to some people about it. All right.
People hear about anti-vax and they think MAGA world, but now we're seeing this wellness, which we see maybe more.
I want to correct that. Like, the MAGA world and the wellness world have actually came together a little bit. So I think that MAGA and a lot of those wellness consumers are actually almost exactly the same people.
More to the left.
The Center for Countering Digital Hate identified 12 practitioners in the wellness space that were responsible for something like 70% of the vaccine disinformation on social media.
Turns out ignoring the advice of the medical experts and sacrificing the health of the community at large can actually be quite profitable for the wellness business.
Everyone knows about ivermectin and hydroxychloroquine at this moment. The idea that could help. You have meditations that are sold that are supposed to ward off COVID. You also have different breathing techniques. Some practitioners, including here in Los Angeles, teach breathing workshops because...
Okay. Breathing techniques, guys? Look, breathing is really good for anxiety. I don't know if you guys know that, but like bringing the heart down. I exercise a bit. It's great for cardiovascular health. You should definitely breathe. It's important. It won't stop COVID. In fact, I'm pretty sure like COVID is like breathing's like mortal enemy. Pretty sure.
Because COVID is a respiratory illness, and so their belief is, well, if you're breathing properly, it won't actually affect you.
You can breathe your way out of COVID.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
That's a class you can pay for.
Yes, that is absolutely a class you could pay for.
And if you paid for that shit, man, you shouldn't be allowed to vote.
To get to the point where they can completely disregard the health of the community they live in.
In Los Angeles, one, because they're usually $25.
I never knew there was that many parts of honey to ingest.
And the honey is blessed by a shaman from Tibet, so you're paying for that as well.
Yeah, honey's good for you, but it ain't gonna do all that. It is like if you have a cough, for sure, like take a spoonful of honey. If you got allergies, definitely use that local stuff. I've heard that there's some good science behind that. So that's what I think. I'm not a doctor though.
You have to remember that.
I wanted to talk to these people, so I set up
Yes, he
outside of
did.
the bougiest health food market in
Aw,
Venice Beach.
yeah.
And I also had a hankering for an activated charcoal bone broth rose hip smoothie cure-all.
If you work in that industry, you know exactly how fucking funny that joke is. If you don't, I'm sorry you didn't get it.
Are you vaccinated?
Maybe. No, I'm not.
You're not.
No.
Are you fearful of catching COVID?
No.
No?
I think that it's more about the lifestyle versus like vaccinated, not vaccinated. Like,
What is the lifestyle?
like being healthy, like taking care of yourself, like your mind, your body. If you live a lifestyle of wellness, then your body should be able to handle COVID.
So what do you recommend for basic public health?
Eating healthy, boosting your immunity system, and don't watch the news because it's just brainwashing you with fear. And the fear is lowering your frequency.
Okay. And this is what always happens to me. They always got me until they go to the weird place. Like, eat healthy. fuck yeah. Exercise, 100%. Don't watch the news because it is nothing but fear-mongering. Yeah, I'm with you now. Lowering the frequency. Here we go. This is where they always lose me, so let's see if she loses me.
I only eat fish, and only certain kind of fish. Like, for example, I don't eat tuna. And I actually found
That's
that
'cause of
out when I was
mercury.
trying to feed tuna to my cat, and she shook her head and walked off.
There it is. There it is. Because of the cat. The cat said no. That's what she's basing her life choices on. Holy shit.
Ever take medical advice from a cat?
In general, from nature.
From nature. What do you think of
Nature.
the COVID vaccine?
I don't think it's
You know,
vaccine.
COVID's part of nature,
I
right?
think it's snapping the DNA in half.
Where did you hear this? A Siamese cat? You recommend for public health
Oh,
people
dude.
meditating?
At least once in each video, this man he picks a dude with a sweet beard. I think I need to be one of these videos. I think I need to be a part of this. Look at that beard. That fucking captain's hat and some kind of crazy ass necklace there. I don't know what that means. It's like a cigar chakra or something, but that hat is amazing.
Of course.
People working out in groups?
Definitely.
Eating healthy?
Definitely.
COVID vaccine?
No.
No. Coffee enema?
Possibly.
Okay, maybe on the coffee enema. Definite hard no on the COVID vaccine.
No.
I'm not a anti-vaxxer per se. I'm a staunch anti-mandate person.
Can I ask, are you both vaccinated?
Sorry,
We don't wanna
I don't
put
want
our
to put
status.
You don't put the status?
No.
I just
If you don't want to share your vaccine status, that's okay. I'm vaccinated, and look how I look. Don't judge me. I know everybody in LA is judging people. I'm an LA 5, a New York 6, and a DC 12.
I can tell.
Cold, but fair. Now, what say you, dude? I want to talk about wellness
yeah,
and
this
public
guy.
health. And trust me, we'll get to your script
yeah,
later.
that hair.
Can I ask you, are you vaccinated?
I am.
Do you find that most people in Los Angeles that you encounter are vaccinated?
Like, I'm kind of a New Yorker.
Yeah.
And there's a sense of like civic duty. There isn't so much of that here, to be totally honest.
He needs
it's
to wash
more
his hair,
like,
though.
well, I had to get vaccinated because I'm paying a trip to Tulum.
So if more Americans were dangled a
Dude, the number of times I heard that. I wasn't going to get vaccinated, but I wanted to go to Mexico. And I mean, if I have to, it's ridiculous, but if I have to, then I guess I'll do it. Like you scared to death that you're going to die from this vaccine, but going to Mexico, that's worth it.
trip
Oh,
to
my
Tulum, we might
God.
get that vaccination rate up in the 90s.
Maybe so, yeah.
No matter what part of the anti-vax world they come from, there's one comparison they just can't resist making.
I think what's interesting, especially coming from Germany, I think history is repeating itself right now.
Oh, Jesus.
What are you saying? That
The
what's happening?
vaccine mandates and everything. It's like it's turning into a police state.
And you're equating it to World War II era Germany.
Yes. Where's your papers? Where are your papers? It's very similar to the Hitler times.
But like Jewish people are fleeing Poland because they can't get into gym.
I want to be clear, during this entire COVID time, I was never asked for my vaccine status. Never. I was never asked for my vaccine status.
It's not funny.
But is that comparison though?
You just didn't get the point. Sorry. I'm good. Bye.
Maybe historical dramas aren't big in LA, but certainly there is commercial viability in saving humanity, right? We're in LA. Maybe there's an elevator pitch here, right? So zoom in on a country at war with itself, and then a magical cure comes along that helps people take care of the rest of their community by making a choice to help other people. Would you buy that ticket?
No.
No? Okay.
At least she's consistent. The vaccine thing, heavily controversial. This is my thing. Is like I have a couple friends that I talk to about these things. And some people, are for. Some people are against. And if you can make an intelligent argument against the vaccine, or even if it's it's just your choice, whatever your argument is, I'm 100% ready to listen to you, and I want to know like your feelings on that. But if you go to like crazy places that involve Obama smelling like sulfur, or people with fish gills that are actually lizards, you're losing me, man. You're losing me. Like, come on, guys. Like, there's like real facts out there that you can go research, do your homework, become educated, and then talk about. And if you do those things, then I think you should be. No one has to follow you. That's not there. No one has to follow me. Nobody has to follow anyone. Nobody has to follow Joe Biden. But if you at least come with an intelligent response, then I'm going to hear what you have to say. I may not in the end agree with you. I may not in the end change what I think about the subject based on that information, but I may. I talk to people about climate change. I have a friend who talks about climate change. He disagrees with me, but a lot of the stuff that he has said makes sense and has changed my point of view. That's where we should be at. We should be capable of hearing facts from both sides and then doing the mental gymnastics it takes to figure out what is the right answer for us and what is the right answer for our community. And what we're currently doing is we're reaching for answers so hard that we delve into this area of fantasy. I read fantasy novels. I read science fiction novels. I love a good story. But the majority of the time, the answer is mundane. It's not as awesome as you want it to be. There's not these crazy stories that are going on where things are happening in this insane way. Most of the time when something is incorrect and it's been pandered to people as being correct, it's because somebody's scared of getting in trouble, and it's much more mundane than that. It's not because they're lizard people. Although that'd be fucking cool. If lizard people, if anybody ever has like an actual video or something, they show me that shit, like I want to see it. If somebody can like cast magical fireballs and shit and like that's real, like I want to see that. But it don't exist, guys. I'm sorry. I want it to be real too. I want to see a dragon, bro. Ain't no dragons though. Little tiny ass lizards though. So that's the best we got. And this world is fucking magical, just so you guys know. It's just because we've explained it, it makes it not so magical. So love you guys. Thank you very much. Appreciate everybody that watches. Appreciate everybody that comments, that likes, that does all the things that they have done to be able to make me want to do this more and more. I appreciate you. Please like, subscribe, comment. Tell me what you think. Like I said, I ain't mad at you. I'll respond. If you actually have something intelligent to say, I want to hear it. Hell, if you have some crazy-ass theories, I want to hear it. I might laugh at you, though. Love you.